Hello, hello everybody. It is Tammy with Stamp and Scrap Tammy with our weekly Facebook Live. We were back live. Last week was a shared video because I was on kind of a little break with Christmas, but welcome back. It's January, it's 2022, so if you're watching live, hello. If you're watching the replay, who knows when it is, but anyways, thank you for joining me either live or on the replay over on YouTube. So what do I have here? I've got a whole handful of stuff. I hope I can get everything in I want to talk about today. Actually, no, I know I'm not going to have time to talk about everything today. So I'm going to come back again later this week. I'm waiting for a nice package of, I think, about 60 or so swap cards. And I have like 40 up on my wall right now that are newer. And so I want to come back with just a share and show later this week, but I don't know if those are going to arrive today or tomorrow. So I'm going to come back again either tomorrow or Friday. So we'll see what happens. But at some point this week, I'm going to come back and we're going to talk more about this brand new catalog that we have got. So what do I have got? Celebration, lots of fun stuff. That's what I'm going to be working with today. I'm just going to give an overview. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this go somewhat quickly, somewhat smooth, no promises either way though. We've got paper shares. Best way to get information on this, of course, I'll talk more about those in depth when we come back for the second video of the week. And then also mini catalog, of course. We've got our annual catalog. We just got all sorts of stuff going on. And there's also a join offer. So if you hear me talking about my Cafe Crafter group, those are people that have joined Stampin' Up! And purchased the starter kit. Now you can do classes if you want. You can just enjoy a discount if you want. You can get your starter kit and then just enjoy the products that come with that. But right now in that starter kit for 2 months, January and February of 2022, you can add 2 free stamp sets to that. Great value. So if that's something you want to take advantage of, I did put the link for that up above in the description. So anyways, let's get down to our work surface here. Like I said, I have a lot going on here today, so I'm going to try to make it go smooth. Paper might start flying, but either way, make sure to say hello, interact with me. I would love that. All right, everybody, let's see what we can do here. Maybe you aren't watching live and you want to just fast forward through all that beginning stuff. I am Tammy Nelson. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you do not have a demonstrator and you are looking for one, I would love to help you out. And looks like we are here. I hope I better have my volume down. I think I do. I think we're all set. Almost. All right. So right up above, if you are on Facebook, if you want to join my email list, if you are not already there, that's actually the best place to be. That's where I send out all the information. So like paper shares, free tutorial of the week, any events that I have going on, that is exactly where you're going to want to see those. And it's not showing me our live today. I see that you're here though, so that's great. And let me see if I just refresh one more time. And here we go. Okay, and so when you join my VIP Stamp and Scrap list, I do send you out this measurement tool. Somebody told me the last time we were live what I should call this, and now I'm drawing a blank on what we decided to call that. Cheat sheet, I think that's what it was. If you need a little cheat sheet to help you with measuring, I use this quite often. I finally printed myself a new one. My old one is actually still hanging up. That was all, and I put it on some cardstock, so maybe it'll stay in better shape now. But anyways, I do send this as a free opt-in when you do join my email list, so I give you something for joining the list. But then I give you lots of other content on that email list as well. Okay, so let's see, what do we have going on? I'm going to share a card today, of course, but first off, I was talking a little bit about that join offer, and I want to share with you just one of the things that are part of my Cafe Crafter group. We do a new catalog event every time there's a new catalog, and most of the time, not always, I always share the templates, but this time around they're going to get the designer series paper too. So this was an optional event that demonstrators could take part in, and they are going to get all of these printed out. Okay, look at these. Now you get to see all the papers. So these are the celebration papers. Let's look at those first. So not only am I showing you what my demonstrators get to do, you get to see all of these papers. So this could be included in a paper share if you wanted to. There's some options for that. Again, we'll talk about that later this week. And look at the rest of these. These are all our new January to June mini catalog papers. I mean, How beautiful are these? Oh my goodness, just gorgeous. Oh, here's the specialty ones. That one should be at the end, but that's all right. And this one I got to share in big. These have some backgrounds that are outstanding. So this piece here doesn't do this justice. And then Sweet Talk. We've got some Valentine things coming up. I'm going to show you one of their make and takes. So if you are a demonstrator on my team and you do not want to see what we're making this Sunday, if you got this packet, maybe shut your camera off or turn away just for a couple of minutes here. There we are. Okay, and then, so not only are they getting this as a little tool, they are going to get to make this. This is going to be an opt-in at some point for a class pretty soon. I'm going to offer a Valentine class coming up, but they get to make this part of their kit. And then also we are making 4 beautiful cards, book fold cards. I made this one a few months ago, maybe a month or so ago. Anyways, and I could not think of the name of it, but now someone has told me. My upline Kay actually shared with me it's a book fold. I just drew a blank on that. I knew that. But these are the cards that we're making using all of the celebration papers. And what is the name of that stamp set? Special Celebrations, I think is what it's called. That is in the sale. Well, let's just look. All right. So if you're just here for the project, we're going to get to that. Don't worry. Special Moments. So this is a free one as well with celebration. So the projects I'm using, I'm going to use celebration stuff today. And look at this beautiful card. The supply list is in the headline of the post if you would like to see what I'm using for the card that we're going to make. I'm going to use the daffodil paper for our actual card today. So anyways, that is what my cafe crafters get to make this Sunday. If you do decide that you would like to join our little group, I will offer this as an option for the month of January for anyone that missed out in the sign up for it, or if you weren't quite part of our group when the event went live. Okay, let's set that aside. So let's see where our card started from today. I've got to share this before I go through the card because, okay, any of you have children that say, I'm going to do something. Allison came down last week, was super excited that she needed, or not, I don't know if she was excited, but she was telling me, I was super excited, that she signed up to bring the card for dance today for their officer of their little dance group. They have a dance recital for school all weekend. So she's got to bring the card. She says she's going to come down and make it. Well, 11 o'clock last night, she says, Mom, I didn't quite get to that. Any chance you could make it for me? So want to see what I made? So so this inspired me. I already had this layout. I had a different idea in my head, and then I decided to go with this. And I made it really fluffy, and that's what I'm going to do with today's card. But so it didn't really fit in a regular envelope. So look at this. I brought out the Ombre Envelopes. I've had these since June when our annual catalog went live. First time I'm using them. Look at this. Isn't this just absolutely perfect? These are their colors. Their colors are Blackberry Bliss and Fresh Freesia. I know they probably say just purple, but I printed off their logo, added a music embossing folder, some fun fluffy ribbon, but now get this. So of course we've made the book fold layout, but I made it into a gift card. So that's what we're going to do today. There we go. And the gift card is going to tuck right in there. And then I made it another fun fold. So then it's going to fold up here so the girls can all sign it right here. Isn't that great? And look at that. I just think it's so fun. And I added a little panel here just for fun, but so it's a little extra thick. So it was nice to have in a envelope. So what do you guys think of that? I think it is a great little project. I hope that they enjoy the card and the person that they are giving it to enjoys as well. So let's get started for today. Finally. All right. I've got some evening evergreen paper. This is the card we're going to make, but we're going to make it into that gift card holder that I just shared. So I will go over the measurements as I go, as I'm able. But if you need measurements, I did put them in today because there's a bunch of them. I hope I got them right. I think I did. I will review them afterwards just to make sure. But we're going to need a scoring board. And something you didn't know maybe is that we do have 12 by 12 designer series paper. So most of us, when you scrapbook, we go with 12 by 12, but it's also great if you're going to make some fun fold cards. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very vanilla. I've already cut it 4 1/4 by 12. Well, I didn't cut the 12 because it was 12, but I cut it 4 1/4. And now we have to do a little bit of scoring to be able to get the right lines. I do actually have my scoring tool here. And so I'm going to score it at 1. Okay. See that? and then 5 1/4, and 6 1/2. And that's going to give us what we need for the fun fold to make the gift card opening over here. And let's set that aside. And I'm going to use a bone fold to get my creases. Let's do that. Looks like I maybe should have went the other way. Yeah, let's go the other way. And let's fold that back a little, and then we'll have those will be hidden. It won't be any trouble at all. All right, and so we've got our little insert here. Now what I'm going to do before I start assembling this, if you don't have a small circle punch, you could just cut a little oval there, because then it'll give us a little guide to where we want to put our gift card. Or if you have a little circle die, but I happen to still have this tiny little circle punch. So what I'm going to do is just do that. And that gives it that nice look for the gift card to stay. Okay, so here we have the base of our card. Let's go ahead and just start adhering some of these pieces. We'll have just a little bit of stamping. And maybe I should page through and find that Daffodil Delight paper to have out, or Daffodil Afternoon, excuse me, to have out while we are doing this. So you can just see how pretty it is. There we go. And all the coordinating colors are there, lots of them to choose from. And so this is the same sheet of paper. I've got it, I just took the back side of them, because here, let me show you this. So this is what the sheet that I'm using looks like in full. Of course, it's missing that because I cut that off to use it. And so what I did was I cut down the bottom that about 1 inch or so, and then that gave me a nice image for the main part of the card today. And then I'm using the scrap that's left over, the flip side of it, as an accent piece. So here's my evening evergreen. Again, the measurements are up above, so I'm not going to say them as we go, because of course I'd probably mess them up talking about them. And I can go ahead and adhere this into place so that I don't get too many pieces going at one time. All right, here we are. So good morning to everybody that's watching. Maybe afternoon, maybe evening if you're watching it on the replay. All right, and then I've got a little evening evergreen strip here too. This is just a 1 by 4 inch strip, and then a 3/4 by 3 3/4 for my designer series. That was just a leftover scrap. So not wasting anything here. And now since I'm going to use that other envelope as an option, so this is a hand delivered card or inserting in a package type card, because we're going to make this a little bit more fluffy than usual. So now let's really go crazy with our window pane check ribbon. I love this ribbon. It is evening evergreen. I don't know if you can tell that. All right, so let's make this pretty large. There is no reason to skimp on the ribbon. Okay, I should have my ribbon scissors here. I don't know where it went. It always seems to disappear. Here it is. Say it seems to disappear every time I turn the record button on. It just absconds. It's just like gone, vanishes. I think I've been watching way too much Netflix. I watched a lot of mystery shows over Christmas break. And let's put this down. So this is so great. So this ribbon is in the new January to June mini catalog. It coordinates with so many things. This is my favorite color lately. I didn't realize I liked, I think it used to be called more like a hunter green, but let's just go with our evening evergreen. I didn't realize I liked this color so much until I started using it recently all of the time. In fact, I'm out of evening evergreen paper. I had to go back and find a past card kit that was left over in order to have enough for the card that I'm making today. I'm waiting on it to get here so I can finish my make and takes for our Sunday event, for our demonstrator event. And now I'm going to slide it over just a little bit. Look at how great that is. And we do want to, let's see here. I'm going to take tear tape. So as you see today, I'm using a bunch of different adhesives because I've got ribbon. I got a lot going on here, and I want to make sure it's going to stay because the card's going to get a little hefty as we go. And tear tape is my favorite for like a very stern adhesive. Now, of course, if I had my Stamp and Seal Plus, that would also be a good option. But I had this handy, so that's what I'm using today. But that's what I would go for if I wanted a really stern. But since I'm putting it like over ribbon on a card that's going to end up being, like I said, quite heavy, sturdy, that's what I want to use. Okay, and then what we need to do to make sure our gift card is going to stay is also put a little piece of tear tape. We want to be pretty far on the edges, though, because we don't want it to, let's open that. That's kind of a goofy angle that I've got going on here right now. We don't want to close it too much because we need to make sure we leave room to put the gift card in. But now on this card, there would be room to put it, like the gift card, the opposite way. I wish I had one handy. I know we have some. The kids got some for Christmas, and we have yet to go shopping. All right, so do you see that? Isn't that fun? This is going to come together so nicely. And let's do some stamping now. Finally, we're going to get to some stamping. I don't know. I'm liking it with this ribbon added on. It's getting pretty snazzy. Okay, so I used my Stitch Rectangle dies with Very Vanilla. We have to do 2 stamps here for this. For this one, I'll have to add an inside stamp now that I'm thinking about it. I've got Evening Evergreen ink. I've got my foam mat since I am using a photopolymer stamp. Very, very ever so gently. Let's just tap, tap, tap on there. And straight up, straight down. Very gentle. It's going to help you so you don't get any rings around the edges or any little shadows. And perfectly stamped image. I did have an extra one here just in case I made a mess of that one. So as long as it's here though, might as well stamp it so I am ready to make another card. And then I do want to do the inside because we're going to make this like a little double fold. And this is a great one. Thanks for brightening up my day. Maybe you want to give someone just a little gift card to get a cup of coffee or something like that. This would be great for that. And again, very gentle, straight up, straight down. It's going to be for some nice, neat stamping. Now, it's okay if you get ink on your fingers. That's all right. I just try to avoid it. And I'm going to close this up so that I don't end up with a mess. Let's set those aside. Now, because this is a stepped up card, we do want to add some more designer series paper too. So let's add some designer series in the inside. So I cut a little strip. No, that's not that one. That one's for the outside. I'm going all over the place today. I mean, because why not? So right here, I'm going to put this one on the bottom. So just a 1-inch strip. Again, you end up with lots of little leftovers. And this would work with any designer series paper. So if you were watching at the beginning when I shared all those samples, that is the exact idea behind this, is that you can use a layout. That's what I almost always do. I do different layouts where all you have to do is switch up your stamp, switch your designer series paper, and you have a totally different look. Okay, see, so I put each designer series, so we're tying in the inside with the outside. So I go from probably last week not designing my inside at all to just going crazy wild with it. And now I've got an Evening Evergreen here. For my inside panel, we've got a 4x8, and then I scored it at 4. And this will give us that little double fold on the inside, and we'll put that in. Did I cut it right? I sure did. Again, let's put some Stamp and Seal. And then we'll just add our layers, add our stamp sentiment on the outside. I'm just going so backwards, but that's okay. So I want to put this here, and then I'm going to write a message on the next one. And perfect. And then this will be for my inside panel. And let's see, I'll go opposite. So if I would have put that on the top, maybe I'd go opposite there. Or you can go this way. Maybe that would look nice. I think that's what I'll do. Maybe make 10 of these. Do them all every single direction that you can think of. Okay, so now let's fold that down. We'll be able to tuck our gift card in there. Let's finish off the front. I've got another little strip here, 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to just do a little tearing there on each side. Real fancy technique that I did there. And let's hope that that sticks out. I don't know, maybe I tore it too much. I don't think so. Oh no, just so it peeks out just a little bit. So on my original design, all I did was I took a little piece of this windmill ribbon. Is that what it's called? I said it at the beginning, window pane. It's with the set that has a windmill on it. So I guess that's what I was probably just thinking of. And let's get a glue dot to secure it in place. I can always snip this down after I have my sentiment in place if I don't want it as large as it is on the bottom part. I think it looks like I've got it pretty nice. And then last but not least, let's get some dimensionals to adhere this. And then if I can find them, I'll bring in those last samples. I'll show off that card that I made for my daughter's dance group. Or dance leader, I think is what she said, who it's for. It was actually pretty fun. It's been a long, long time since I have made a card that is just like where I only made one. Usually I make lots and lots of a card, but it was quite fun to come up with something for them. All right, and then here we go. Let's see how we're going to finish this off. So then what you're going to do, what you can do, let's see here. Here's what I was thinking. This is just a thought. Let's get a huge piece of this ribbon. Huge. Like the rest of the roll is... Look at that. That was the rest of the roll. I did not use a whole roll on this, trust me. And then what we can do, let me see if this is going to work out. This is just my idea. Let's see here. And, yep. Okay. Now I have got this little clip. If you've been around stamping, if you've gotten anything from me, you probably have one of those clips. So I'm going to clip that up. Okay. Bear with me here. See if this is going to turn out. So these are the Ombre gift bags. I think I have to start the other way. I got to start this way. You think I would have this down after Christmas, after wrapping all the packages. I love to add this to my gift bags. Or packages, I should say, not necessarily gift bags. Okay, so now we need to pull it up though to the top because it's not going to be in the center. And then we want to bring it over to this side. What I'm going to do, now of course you could add an outside tag too, but certainly don't have to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this little clip here so it looks like it's holding it in place. Just giving the illusion. And there you have it. Nice, huge, fluffy ribbon. Now, if you're giving this to a card maker, how happy would they be? Because now they have got this huge ribbon to use. You can add another tag there if you want to. But that is our card for today. Let's take it out one more time. But that's just an idea to use our ombre gift bags. Add a little extra flare of ribbon to it. And let's pull it out, though, so that you can see it all together. Lovely. If you want to put this in an envelope to mail, I'd maybe skip the ribbon there. But if you're going to hand deliver, or, you know, maybe you got that 5-star friend that's worth that extra postage that you're going to have to pay to mail this huge fluffy bow, and then flip it, you've got a gift card. Beautiful card for today. And let's just share the other options as well with the other Celebration Designer Series papers that are available right now. Now, Celebration is free with a $50 order. You get one of these. Some of them are free with a $100 order, but just go ahead, click on that shopping link and you can view all of the different options and all the new catalog. Take some time, browse around. Contact me if you do need a catalog, if you do not already have a demonstrator that you work with, or you yourself are not a demonstrator. I would be happy to provide you with a catalog at no charge to you. But anyways, that's what I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my book fold gift card holder, and enjoy the rest of your day. I will be back at some point this week, so if you're watching live today, on January the 5th. I'm going to be back the 6th or the 7th with a little share and show of some swap cards that I have recently received. All right, so I hope I can see you a little bit later this week. Otherwise, do join every single Wednesday at 11 a.m. Central for our live. Next week's will be January 12th. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon.